Good evening and welcome to CraftStash Live. How are you? How's your Wednesday been? It's the 1st of June, so pinch punch, first of the month and all of that. I don't know, my kids do that. I've no idea what it means. But welcome to us and welcome to a new launch. So we are launching today Card Making Magic. Now these are absolutely beautiful dies. They're called the Perfectly Matched Collection. You've got 4 die sets to choose from and there's 2 stamp sets as well. The inspiration that Christina has made for these is absolutely outstanding. We know she's a fantastic crafter, very well known in the craft industry. In fact, if you are new to the craft industry, you may not have come across Christina before. We will be introducing the lovely lady in just a moment. She's waiting in the wings. But definitely jump on right now if you want to purchase these, you want to pop them in your baskets. I don't think they're going to hang around for long because it's a wonderful concept, absolutely beautiful, very, very Christina actually. We've got florals, we've got butterflies in there as well. Now the items are from as little as $7.99 for the stamp sets, but I'm going to shout out now, we're going to do a little competition. So we're going to give away the entire collection. Okay, we're going to give that away. What we're going to do is run this as well for a little bit longer. It's going to run until the end of the bank holiday weekend. So say around on Monday, when we come back in on Monday, we'll choose a winner. And all we want you to do, we're giving you time to do this as well, is share your card making magic makes online. So whether that's on Pinterest, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, we're on all of the platforms. All we're asking you to do is to post a card or as many cards as you like, because of course each one card is then one entry. You can keep going as many times as you like. Post a card using some card making magic product and use the hashtag. Now you can see the hashtag here. It's hashtag card making magic. Simply do that. We'll go through all of the entries and all of those hashtags on Monday and we'll pick a winner and we will contact you via the platform that you've shared on. And by all means, every time you go onto a new platform, it's a new entry, even if it's the same card. So get sharing, get tagging and all of that. If you're not on Instagram, come find us. Definitely join up. It's really quick and easy and there's so much inspiration on there. If you're not on Facebook, maybe you're watching this on YouTube at the moment, come and join us there. We're absolutely everywhere. Okay. So we'll go and see Christina in just a moment, but what I'd like to do first of all is show you the new product. It's stunning. So come down to my desk and this is what we're looking at now. I told you 2 stamp sets, 4 die sets. So pretty, and these are large dies as well. I'll show you some more inspiration in just a moment, but let's take a look first of all at the butterflies. They are stunning. Now I've got the dies here to show you them in detail, but what I've done is I've taken them out of the packet so you can see firstly how large they are, but also how they fit together. So the 2 dies there, it's easier than to see on here, isn't it? 2 separate dies. We're talking about gatefold cards. We're talking about beautiful intricacy here. They cut so well. Now if I lift these 2 up and show you how they fit together, look, the curve of the design just works so well. Now that's going to sit really nicely onto the front of your gatefolds, just onto the front of your cards as well. So if I just take for example this card that's sitting here on the acetate, not a gatefold, but you can see how the design is just absolutely seamless when it's placed together like that. Now Christina's also made this wonderful card here as well, using those butterflies and just layering them up, so it's actually a gorgeous, very intricate front panel there, but again not a gatefold. It doesn't have to be. So that, oh, there's a random bow there. That's the perfectly matched butterflies. Then we've got the bluebells as well. So the bluebells are so, look how delicate they are, absolutely stunning. We've got bluebell woods near us, lots of them, and they've all just been out recently. It's so pretty. And you can see here this card made by the lovely Christina. She is still waiting, she's still sitting there, she's being patient. We'll come and introduce her in just a moment. But look at that, how pretty is that? Again, we're not necessarily looking at gatefolds. You don't have to do gatefolds at all. That is so pretty. And then we've got the sunflowers. Now the sunflowers, such a lovely, bright, cheery flower. Obviously, we've seen a lot of sunflowers just recently with everything that's going on in Ukraine. It is really just a symbol of hope and happiness, isn't it? Ah, look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? And there's one here as well in yellow. So pretty. And that one's got the sentiment on there. We'll look at the stamp sets in just a moment that produce those. It is absolutely gorgeous. So these are the dies. You can see them. Again, we're looking at really, really large dies, a really good size. In fact, I'm just going to measure that. So you're looking at almost 7 inches. They're going to fit your 5x7 cards. Christina's really well known for her 5x7 cards, isn't she? And then we've got the hearts. So this is the last of the 4 die sets. A stunning intricacy throughout here. So, so pretty. Again, look at these 2 parts. You can use one, you can use them both together. You could even do a triple fold card with 3 of them if you wanted to. Let's just have a look at a couple more examples that I haven't shown you here using, this one's the butterfly. Look at that. So very similar to the acetate one we saw there. Much simpler, probably quicker and easier to put together, this one. Gorgeous pearls there just sitting on the butterflies' bodies. Lovely, absolutely beautiful. And then there's those bluebells again. I love the green and white. It's really different. It's not a colourway I would think to use usually, but it's so pretty. And then we've got the 2 stamp sets. So let's just move these up so we can see those stamp sets properly. So we have sentiments here, and then we've got the gorgeous frames as well. So the perfect words, a smile in an envelope just for you. I would love to stamp that on the back of all my envelopes that I send. I think that's so so unique and really lovely. Sending healing thoughts and gentle hugs. My heart goes out to you, to a special person on this day. Oh, look, if friends were flowers, I'd like a bunch like you. There are some beautiful sentiments in here. There's lots more that I've not read out as well. You've got elements in here that are going to coordinate with the die set. So you've got sunflowers, butterflies, bluebells in there. And then we've got the frames. Now the frames are just going to coordinate again beautifully because you've got those sort of those floral or those foliage elements. All really different, really unique. These are going to be perfect for framing your sentiments as well. I think these 2 are a must together. Just have in your stash, even if you're not using them with the dies. So don't forget, if you're using any card making magic between now and say next Monday morning, Sunday evening, if you just post your makes on social media with the hashtag card making magic, let me just come back so you can see that there. So that's card making magic here, just there. It's tiny because it had to fit in one line. Just post your makes using that hashtag and we will pick one of the winners to win this entire collection. Now, as promised, let's go over to the lovely Christina and say hello to her. Christina, welcome. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Lou. And you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. Have you got, first of all, most important question, have you got any plans for the bank holiday weekend?
No. No word. No. I'm going to my granddaughter's wedding tomorrow.
Oh, that's a plan.
That's kind of taking precedence over everything. We can't think beyond the wedding yet. So
but that'll be lovely, won't it?
I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for you. Well, that's a celebration in itself. You don't need any more to do other than that.
I don't know. Ruby's just trotted into the room.
Oh, okay. One thing we never do usually on these lives is we usually say, "Can you please shut away all children and animals?" But can we see her or not? Or is it?
Yeah. Come here.
Yeah, let's see her. We never see Ruby. We hear about her all the time. I'm sure everyone at home would love to see her. Because the collection we're talking about is called Perfectly Matched, and I think, Christina, you and Ruby are perfectly matched. So,
there she is.
Hello, Ruby. Hello, she can hear us as well.
I'm just looking at you.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Hello, Ruby. Oh, she's absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
So go to the groomer, so she's a bit scruffy.
Oh no, she's absolutely beautiful. So perfectly matched. How did this collection come about? Can you just tell us a little bit about it? We've seen the product, but you tell us your take on it.
Well, I've got 2 in this. Excuse me, 2 in this set that are my absolute favourites, and they don't. Perfectly matched is a bit of a misnamed thing because they don't mirror each other.
Okay.
They can be used separately. They can be used together, like you've got on that purple one at the side of you there. I've used them on top of each other, but you can use them as gatefold.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, lovely.
So that is that one.
Hang on, let me just come back to you.
Each design and laid it on top of each other, but there's lots of different ways you can use them.
Absolutely.
matched is probably not the correct word to use.
Coordinated.
They do make beautiful cards. Yeah.
They really do. They're absolutely stunning. We've got some beautiful samples here that you've made for us. Thank you so much for sending those so I can have them in the studio. But we really want to see a video. Now, the first video you've made for us is using the butterflies. In fact, I think it might be the card that I just held up.
I think I've made 3 actually in that video.
Do you know what? You've been really busy, Bunny. Should we have a look at this? Should we have a look at the demonstration? We'll come back afterwards and have a chat about it.
Okay.
Lovely. Thanks, Christina.
See you in a bit. So for this card, we're going to use the perfectly matched butterflies. Now, if you look at these, you can see from the picture on the pack that one side is the cutting edge and the other isn't. So if you place them down, you can see that this is the cutting edge and this is the piece that will stay inside the card. And the same with this. This is the cutting edge and this is the piece that will keep it in the card. Now, although there are 2 dies in the pack and you can use them both together if you wish. So on this one, I've just turned it into a card with some acetate. But you can use them separately, and it's using them separately that I'm going to show you today. So to start with, I have a 5x7 card. Now, if you keep the fold on the side or on the top, it doesn't really matter. You can decide later. But for now, we're just going to use one of these dies and we're going to add it to our card. So I think we'll use the larger one. Now, if you remember, I said this is the cutting edge and the other one isn't. So we're going to place the cutting edge on the card and we're going to keep these points level at the bottom. Now we're going to die cut this through the machine, and you will need the larger size machine. So once you've done that, carefully remove your die and all the extra little bits, and now you need to trim it down these side pieces. So we'll bring in the trimmer and we'll place this along the bottom so that it's straight, and so that line is just on that cutting edge. And now we're just going to die cut up to that piece there, and then we can turn it over and do the same on this side. So we'll keep it straight. We'll have this just on the cutting line and we'll trim that off. There we go. And now we've got our piece of card. Let's move this out the way. So now we've got our piece of card now ready to decorate. So this is now where you have choices. You can either stand it that way or you can stand it tenfold. Now another thing is, if you don't have a large die cutting machine, then take a piece of 5x7 but leave a hinge on the side of it and pop this onto your die, onto your card. So this is the same die that I've used there, and now we're going to put this through the machine. So now once you've die cut this through the smaller machine, you can take out all the little pieces that shouldn't be in there, and you can trim this down exactly the same as you did the other piece. Now once you've trimmed this down, you can add it to another piece and glue that in place. So let's just do that. And once we've trimmed that piece down, that will be another perfect card. So we'll just trim this piece off, and there we have another card that's the perfect size. So as I said, you can use it in tenfold or you can stand it in portrait. But either way, now we're going to decorate these cards. And this is another one that I did in white. So now we have 3 different cards that we're going to decorate in 3 different ways. Now I've got a beautiful piece of, it's like foiled acetate, and I'm going to add this to this card. Now I'm going to add it to the front of the design. And that will be one card. For this one, I've created a lilac base, and I'm going to stick that to the back of the card. And for this one, I have a white base, and again I'm going to stick this to the front of the card. Now for this one, I've also cut the other die in lilac, and I'm going to trim this down, and I'm going to add this with a thin strip of tape along there so that it lifts it up from the front of that card. So with some small foam pads, I've cut them down to be even smaller, and I've attached them in specific areas on the card front, and that will just keep that raised up a little bit from the background once it's attached to the main card. So we'll take all the backings off, and once it's attached we can then trim it down to size. So we'll just add this to the card along there. We'll press all that in place, and then from the back we can trim off the surplus. Now should any of your foam pads be showing through the back and you think they may stick the card together, just take a little bit of talcum powder and run it over, and that will take the stick out of the foam pads and stop it from sticking your card. But let's get these decorated up a little bit more. So for the front of these cards, I'm going to put some ribbon around the inside of this one and tie it in a bow. And for this one, I'm going to use the stamp set, and I'm taking this vine and I'm going to add it along this side of the card. So in my bit box, I've found some pearly bling, which I've added to all the body lines. I've stamped and added the Perfect Sentiments die and stamp set. So this has been stamped and die cut, but these others have just been stamped. So there you have 3 different styles from the one die set, and of course you can always add it as another style, as I've done with this one. I've used the Perfect Sentiments die and stamp set and the little vine from the Perfect Frames.
Christina, that's an absolutely beautiful demonstration. Actually, you've got one of the cards there that you just made in this video.
This is the one with the acetate front on it. I'll open it up so you can see through it.
So pretty. So pretty.
But don't ask me where I got the acetate from, Lou, because I have no idea. That's been in my stash for years. I knew it would come in handy eventually, but I don't remember where I got it from.
It may take 6 years, but you know, it's there, you've got it, and it is an absolutely beautiful card. It really is. Thank you so much for doing that. I know you've got another video that we're going to share as well using this collection, but I just want to talk about the competition we're doing to win the entire bundle. So that's the 4 die sets, 2 stamp sets.
Yes.
And we are asking people to go onto social media and share anything they've made using Card Making Magic products. It can just be one product on a card, that's fine, but share it on Instagram, Pinterest, CraftStash, Facebook, YouTube, any of these, and use the hashtag card making magic. So I know, Christina, over the weekend you can look out for those as well, because you're on YouTube, on Facebook as well, aren't you? You get everywhere too.
I've actually got Instagram, but I don't know how to use it, Lou.
We need to do a little crash course in Instagram, because
my granddaughter said to me, if you never go on Instagram, she said, how come you've got 400 followers on it? I said, I don't know. No idea.
We need to get you on there, because you know what, it's a fantastic way of just looking for inspiration, and there will be people hopefully wanting to win this collection and using that hashtag on Instagram as well, so you can see what they've been making with Card Making Magic. So we're going to pick a winner for that after the bank holiday weekend, and we'll contact someone on Monday. But I'm really excited to have a look at this second video, Christina. So we'll do this, and then we'll come back and have a very quick little chat again before we let everybody go for the long weekend.
Okay, see you in a bit. So this is the new Perfectly Matched collection, and for today's card I'm going to be using this set of dies. So for my colour scheme I'm going to be using pink and white, and you need to make sure that you have enough card to complete the actual design. So I have two pieces the same, and I'm going to score them both at 5 inches. So I'm going to do them both exactly the same. So once I've done that, I can fold the card and crease it. And now I've got two pieces that are the same. So now these two 5-inch pieces will be the back of the card. So that's going to sit together like so. And that'll give you a really nice sturdy back to your design. Now if you look at the dies and you look at the packet, it shows you where the cutting edge is. So this is the cutting edge, and this is the piece that will keep it in your card. So we need to add this, we'll move that one out of the way, we need to add this to this side of the card. And we need to add the other one to the other side of the card, and I'm keeping it up near the folded edge. Now both of those are going to go through the die cutting machine. So once you've done that, you can remove the dies, and this is what you will have in your card. Now you need to snip it off just at the bottom there, up to that mark, and again snip it off at the top, up to that mark. And that will give you a panel now that sits on your card like so. And if you do the same with the other side, you need to snip it off. And that will give you another panel there. Now once these are joined together on the back, you will have your die cuts that look like this. Now you can leave it at that size if you want, or once you've glued it in place you can trim it at the bottom and the top. It's entirely up to you. But I'm going to glue these two together now and trim mine off. And with the two pieces that are left, I've lined them up and I've cut myself two strips that are the same. And we're going to use those later. Now if you wanted to line this with acetate or parchment, you can do, but I'm going to use some white card for mine. And with that white card, I've cut two 4-inch panels that are going to sit behind the flowers on each side. So I'm going to glue these in place and make sure that the card still folds, and then we'll trim it out some more. So you're just going to add your glue along the solid edges, and we'll add it into strategic places on the flower. And once you've done that, pop your white panel into the centre and fold your card over it, and then press it down so that the card sticks in place. So that's both sides done now, and the card still folds. And now we're going to trim out these side panels. So once you've got those glued in place, take a pencil, a very fine pencil, very light pencil, and you're just going to trace around the edges of this shape. Now tracing around that edges gives you a cut line to follow, and it's much easier than just trying to cut it out by hand. So I'm just going to follow this all the way around, and then with a fine pair of scissors I'm just going to cut this out. Now all you're going to do is just cut that out with your scissors, following your pencil line. And if there's any pencil marks left when you've finished, you can always erase them. So just take your time and cut these out. So once you've done that, just trim off the top and the bottom, and with your rubber just go over any of the pencil lines that may be visible. And there you've got your gatefold card now that will stand, and it's now ready to decorate. Now with these two pieces that are left, you're going to put one around the front of the card, and holding it steady you're going to just fold it. Now you're going to fold the other side, but you're not going to pull it tight. Just keep it nice and loose so that it can slide up and down the card. And then on the back you'll be adding glue to each of these tabs and fastening this piece on and trimming it off where you don't need it. Now with the Perfect Sentiments stamp and die set, I've taken Special Friend, and I'm going to stamp that onto another piece of the spare paper, and then I'm going to cut that out with the die. So I've added my Special Friend to my belly band. That slides off the card, and now we're going to add a verse to the inside of the card. And for that we'll use these stamp sets that are in the collection. So there's the inside of the card stamped, and there is the belly band. Now if you wanted to decorate this card up even more, you could colour the flowers in if you wished with some pencils or watercolours. But these are the items that I've used from the new Perfectly Matched collection. I've used the Perfectly Matched sunflowers, the two stamp sets and the Perfect Sentiments.
Yet again, another absolutely beautiful demonstration, Christina. I really love that you've got a new twist on gatefold cards here. I've got the pink card. In fact, I'm just going to show everybody because I've got that pink card here to show you. Look at that. They do fit together so beautifully. Whoops. Like Christina says, they're not a reflection of each other. They're not made to measure absolutely perfectly. But I love this kind of, what's the word when it's, I keep thinking the word and it's going again. Squiggly. I was going to say the sort of natural curves that we've got around the flowers. Sorry?
I just cut that with a pair of scissors.
But you make it look so easy, so I mean anyone can whiz around. But you've got another card there, haven't you? You've made?
Now this is another. This is another one with the belly band on it.
Beautiful.
I can't get it off now. Hang on. But I haven't. I've used the 2 dies to create the front and the gatefold.
Yes.
But I haven't lined it.
Right.
So this is just open. Can you see?
Absolutely, perfectly. It silhouettes nicely behind with the light behind you. But so that's you
can stamp inside that. You've got plenty of space to write on the back.
Yep.
Now this one I've made a little bit different to that one. If you look on the back of that pink one, is it all pink?
Yes, it is.
It is. So in the video I've shown you how to make to overlap the 2 backs. With this one, and I'm not sure I've done it in the video, I've shown you how to cut this.
Right.
If you're only using a smaller die cutting machine.
Okay, perfect. That's really handy.
You can use the dies on any then.
That's brilliant because not everybody has the large die cutting machines, do they? Love that. Thank you so much. You've given us so much inspiration, Christina. Now, the question of the day is, do you have a favourite of the 4 die designs?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
I've got 2 actually. I would say the sunflower and the butterflies. Butterflies are always a useful addition. Absolutely. And I really do like that. You can back any of these designs with the acetate like I've shown you. Yeah. You can use parchment or vellum.
Yeah, beautiful.
Or, foiled cards. Not foiled card, holographic. Card. You can use all them to back the designs and you'll get a different look whatever you use.
Stunning. And of course you can go with absolutely any colourway as well because you've not included papers, so feel free. Love that. Absolutely love this collection, Christina. It's going to be a firm favourite, I'm sure, and one that people are going to bring out time and time again just for those beautiful edges on a card for a point of difference.
Let me just show you this one, Lou.
Oh, yes.
This is using the hearts.
Oh, lovely.
And I've only used one side of it. I've inlaid, I haven't inlaid. I've coloured the inside of the hearts. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but I've filled them with glossy accents.
I was going to say it's glossy, yes. Beautiful.
So that's another way to use the dies.
Love that. Thank you so much. I'm sure that you'll be posting on your Instagram all these lovely photos very soon.
When you taught me how to use it, I will.
Yeah, we'll work on that. It's fine. It's nice and easy. Okay. So everybody please do find Christina over. Is it just Christina Griffiths or is it Card Making Magic over on Instagram? We'll get you lots of followers.
Either.
Yeah, we'll find you.
Really, yeah.
We'll find you. Okay, lovely. Well, thank you for joining me today. I'll let you go and get ready for the wedding of the year. A big celebration. So you're looking beautiful already. So I'm sure there's not much to do. Just hope for the weather, I guess.
I mean, tomorrow I've got to get up early and start getting everything done. But I've had my hair cut, so
it's beautiful. It is lovely. I notice it's a bit shorter, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's lovely. Gorgeous. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today and for all your examples and for the videos as well. I'm sure we're going to see you back. Now, I know already that your next collection we're going a little bit festive with. You've drawn a blank.
The baubles one.
Yes, there we go. It's not the right time of year, is it, really? It doesn't seem right.
I can't think about Christmas till I've got summer out of the way.
But we are going to be doing Christmas around June and July time, so everybody do look out for that. They are absolutely beautiful baubles. I've just given away the collection name, but you'll see them shortly. So hopefully you can join me when we launch those on CraftStash as well.
I'd love to.
Lovely. Okay, well, take care of yourself, Christina, and thank you again.
And you. Have a good weekend, everybody, and enjoy the bank holiday.
Thank you, and you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So that's everything from the Perfectly Matched collection, brand new and exclusive to CraftStash. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Don't forget that huge competition. The whole bundle, all 4 die sets and 2 stamp sets are going to be coming out to one of you after the bank holiday weekend. Just simply tag your makes on social media with hashtag card making magic. That's all you need to do. Doesn't of course have to be this collection because it's brand new. Anything that you've made in the past with some card making magic on it, we would love to see it. So have a fantastic bank holiday weekend, everybody, whatever you are doing, whatever your Jubilee celebrations may or may not be. I hope the weather holds out beautifully for you all. Fingers crossed. And I will see you again on Friday because we're launching another brand new collection Friday. That is the Paper Discovery Garden Delights. It's absolutely exquisite. So join me for that live, and then I'll see you again the following week where we will be contacting one of you who wins this bundle. So thank you for joining us. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.